Power from the Blazing Stone. Part 3. The Mother of Blazing Stone. Merryn bid the stone circle a good day and set out for the granite-crowned hills which guarded the moors to the east. The sun was rising over the heads of the highest tors, and from every direction they could hear all manner of drilling, pumping, and roasting going on from her classmates and their units. The scoreboard in the sky was exploding periodically, and now read Nessel 1, Arluth 3, Sally 1, Zenner 1, Sam 1, Gweno 2, Alistair 1, Merryn 0. Merryn tried to take no notice as she hurried up the hillside, giant Corin rolling behind, navigating between dew ponds and loose boulders, careful not to squash any unfortunate frogs or slugs in the wet grass. "Where are we going, little Pisky?" the cheery voice sang. Huffing as she climbed, Merryn said, "See all them ancient mine shafts? Them chimneys in the distance? We gotta get up high so we can see 'em all. We're looking for the seam. We ain't gonna mar the ground, not till we're sure. You and I don't disturb the spirits below more than we have to." "So you want to intercept a geological fault close to a hot spring. So you're looking along vein structures." Upon reaching the hilltop and regaining her breath, Merryn noticed a grumble in her belly. "Dear Corin, can I have a pasty and a glass of milk?" she asked. "Certainly," replied Corin, and with a variety of whirrings and chirpings rotated its inner mechanisms to replicate a small pasty and a glass of milk, which dropped into the girl's hands. "Thank you." Having eaten and feeling refreshed, Merryn continued. "Now we can see all the mine shafts lined up in rows. Remember how we retraced the steps of the ancients with Alistair and Gweno at tin level, and camped out with Arluth, Sally, and Sam for copper level?" "Yes, little bird. The chimneys are in rows because they follow mineral structures deep underground." Merryn placed a hand on Corin, and the unit again produced the interface screen showing historic maps and surveys. The girl pored over these for several moments before turning towards a monolithic pile of rocks, a mighty tor. "Now, we ain't got no volcanoes, nor typhoons, nor tsunamis, nor any of those fancy dramatic things down in Cornwall, but we have got the oddest rocks on the island, and lots of rain, and lots of springs." "'Tis true that our granites have been rained on for 300 million years since they formed. So if anyone has mineral-rich water, 'tis us," replied Corin. Merryn brushed past a purple foxglove, and a bumblebee fell out and bumped on the ground. She thought for a while, shrugged, and said, "My favourite story is about Cornwall's sleeping rocks. They weren't always here, sleeping under our feet. Grandy and Grandfer used to tell me about how they were brewed by an old dame known about the moors as the Mother of Blazing Stone. She brewed all the stones and metals and minerals in the lake of molten fire down in the earth's core, melting them to magma. See, she needs to transform them into liquid in order to burst them up through the gaps and cracks. She's offering them to us, to use, to improve and grow. We are also children of hers. We are earthborn, first and foremost. So fret not, Corin. We can still get enough lithium to pass the test. But if we can, we'll go with nature, not against it. We ain't ready to turn into a couple of greedy spriggans yet, Corin. No matter what's got the gueno, or loose in the others. She clambered up to the top of the pile of rocks and placed a hand over her brow, scanning the land. Legend has it that the mother of blazing stone stirs the magma into being with a great molten stirrer, white hot as goat's milk and as hot as the face of the sun. Is that so? Said Corin. 'Tis true enough that the earth's core is around 6,000 degrees Celsius, the same as the sun's surface. Merryn waved a hand and said, Listen, I'm telling. She's been at her brewing since long, long before even the first king of Curno settled here. And to form Cornwall, she stirred and heated all the elements in the earth's belly till they became one. Stones, metals, gases, liquids, minerals, all in a rich soup. And she stirred, and the soup bubbled up and pushed at the land until the sediment folded and split and the boiling magma shot up into the crust. Merryn knelt down and touched the igneous surface of the tor. And then the magma cooled and became solid. It settled into granite and slept. The granite hills here had their birth when the mother of blazing stone sent them forth into the world. Merryn turned back to Corin. But that weren't the end, see? Because then come the little elvins. A lot of the magma is still underground, cool enough to be solid and asleep. Now, the elements trapped inside granite got bored. They wanted to go exploring on their own. Tin, copper, tungsten, lithium, they were just waiting. And when the ground split, they shot out and ran away from old Grandy Granite through every crack and all which opened. Corin interjected again. Let's topple the granite off this tor and roast the lithium out of the rocks. Same as the others are doing. Look at their scores, lass. We ain't got time for this. No, you ain't listening, Corin. What's with you? Ever since you lost your face, you've been acting like the ancient machines, like a pushy Percy. More. Can't you see? Each elven has its own way of being. Lithium loves the water, and the water spirits love to play with lithium. So they shut up their hot springs and ran away together, hand in hand. There might be a whole ocean of lithium swimming round and round underground, boiling and bubbling and giggling as it goes. That's what the old miners found. We're going to suck it up with a little oil and a long straw. Let's not dig directly into the green fields like the others are doing. If we can reuse the openings our ancestors left us. Which also means we'll leave them old rock circles and tors and granite hills well alone. Aye, little one. Very well. So we're looking for permeable pathways underneath the old mine workings. Merryn held up both hands and indicated the size of the hole by touching her forefingers and thumbs. We'll make the holes this big and deep. We need to head down over there, between them old pump houses. Let's go.